Oh
I had to
boy.
write it down. Hey, everybody.
Is this a good height?
Hey, woo. If you're out there watching us, let us know we are live. I am Mitchell, and that is
I'm V.
V. It's V.
It's
V. That's
V.
double V. Double VU. Double U. So you know what? Right now, we got to share. So while we're waiting
Yes.
for an audience,
Yes.
while Facebook is finding us an audience, let's share.
Oh my God. I'm looking at it right now on my iPad and like this is the best lineup of faces. Like I'm not too far away.
Yeah. It's like from head to jaw, we're both the same. Everything's
Yeah.
really good. Lighting is great. We look fabulous.
Awesome sauce. All
All
right.
right, so I'm sharing to my page. Hey, if you're out there and you want to share this somewhere, please share it. But if you don't feel comfortable, we get it. We've been in the tarot closet before. We know what it's like. I've been in a couple closets. I'm
Listen.
still in a few closets somewhere. So
I
if you're
work.
out there and you want to say hello, type in the chat box. We'll see that. It takes about 30, 40 seconds. So, V, how's your weeks been going? It's been 2 weeks.
So weeks have been good. They've been busy. This past weekend, I had my bonus baby here, and it was our first weekend, like the whole weekend of having her. So it was like a 4-year-old. Oh yeah, I remember what that's like.
I have
So
no idea.
oh boy, it was a whirlwind, but it was a good time. Um, Outside of that, I'm drumming up new services to offer. I'm excited about.
Oh, you froze. Hold on, V. If you're out there, if you can hear us, wait. Oh,
I'm
oh,
back.
you're
Hello.
back. There you go. And let me tell everybody yeah, you're back. We can hear you. Hey, Allison, let me tell everybody, I'm in Central Florida and there's rumbling going on like the walls are shaking, thunder and lightning. So, did you freeze again, girl? I think she froze again. Hey, Ken. So, V, if you're out there, you are frozen. We can't hear you or see you. It's going to be a fun night, people. So, let's wait and see if V makes it back on. Da-da-da. V, if you're out there, you can hear us. Hang up. You're frozen. Nothing. I'm gonna text her just to let her know, just in case. You are frozen like Madonna. Maybe hang up and try again. So you guys, we're gonna be doing some free readings tonight, Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. Okay, I think she hung up. Let's see if she calls back. All right, I hear it.
I don't know. I've been having issues with getting frozen, and I'm not sure why.
And then you're doing that little crackly thing again, like you did before. Is the speaker good? Everything?
No, I didn't move anything.
Okay. Yeah, you're breaking up just a smidge, but we'll do what we got. It ain't Mercury retrograde, but we'll do what we got to do.
Sweet heavens.
So I am going to be reading tonight with the Housewives Tarot. I was going to read with This Might Hurt, but as I started shuffling, I noticed some of the edges were starting to kind of separate, and just had a little panic attack because you don't ever want to damage your deck.
Never.
And I don't know what to do. Maybe it'll just be a collector's that sits there, but it's a gorgeous, gorgeous deck. So V, I know you've got maybe 1 or 2 decks in your hand. What's going on?
I was great. I was good enough to purchase and got in on the last minute for Emily Muniz's Simplicity Tarot, the Diverse Edition. There are only 200 of these made, the diverse one. And so I was excited to get in on this. So I think I'm going to use it tonight. It's a beautiful, beautiful deck. I was number 183 out of 200 validation there. This is the back of the card. Isn't that beautiful?
Oh, you're kidding. That's the back?
This is the back.
That looks like the moon card. Like it's a card.
I know. And
wow.
So it's good or, people that have been reading, but there's beautiful pictures and there's like keywords at the bottom. So this is the Wheel of Fortune. Good luck and change.
I'm going to like tag her and tell her deck's being used.
Yes. and there's gold edging on it. I mean, it's really a luscious deck. The colors are poppy. It's beautiful. The edges are gold. A good card stock. If you guys are looking for good card stock, I'm a whore for good card stock on cards. So
How do you
got a good shuffle, not too stiff.
how do you spell
Um,
her name? I'm not finding it. E-M?
it's Emilie.
Oh, I can't find it. I know we're friends. That's weird.
I'll see if I can tag her.
Yeah, because she's been on here before. She's jumped on before too.
Mhm. So I'll be using
So,
her deck tonight.
oh, cool. Hey, Aloy. Hey, Norm. Who else is out there? Hey, Ann. I think we said somebody's
I'm like,
somebody's
that's not
calling me on
me.
my someone's calling me on my phone.
It's a
Don't
lot
they
going
know what
on.
I'm doing right now?
It's a lot going on tonight, yo.
So let me. This is my. I told V I said I got a little surprise for you. So you guys watch over right here on my screen. Right, watch right here, and I'm going to tell you what's going to be in my hot little hands around September 15th. Boom! Can you see it? Disney's Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot Deck.
How did you manage that?
It's on Amazon Prime. I just ordered it.
I'm like, how did you do that?
So yeah, and here's the funniest part about it. I've never seen that movie like from start to finish. I've never really. I don't even know if I can tell you what it's about. But the imagery is just fantastic. Always has been. Hey, Cece. Hey,
I've
Anita.
never, I need to watch it. I've never seen it.
Yeah, I hear it's amazing, but I just saw. Oh, the deck is beautiful. Like this one, the Dark Wood. What's the Haunted Mansion? What's the Mansion one that's come out?
Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, it's like there's some real good Halloween decks coming out.
Yeah. Yes, and you can never be mad at Halloween decks, especially around we're moving into fall, that whole autumn time when it's time to slow down and get creepy. Um, I have my eye on one that hasn't come out. It's called the Macabre Tarot. Yes, I
That's
have
what I
mine.
use for Halloween. Zombies. Let
I
me tell
love.
you what, people. Somebody who I adore gifted me this, and I picked it up. I put it down. I picked it up. I put it down. I never wanted to read with it or even learn it. They sent it to me, and once I opened it, I was like, my goodness, this deck speaks so loudly. The one that caught me off guard was the Tower card. It's a giant, like, Empire State Building, but then there's a little inset. And inside the inset is an office setting with like zombies and stuff, people running. And it was just so vivid and just so cool. Hey, Lindy. Norm is like tarot card addiction, you two.
I know.
We'll be honest. We do like to collect, but we are small potatoes compared to
Listen,
what's out there.
oh boy.
Small potatoes. Small potatoes. So, hey, Tracy. Tracy gonna pick number 8. Isn't Tracy our number 8 girl?
Yeah.
Woo! I hear that. So yeah. So what else is going on? Let me see. I've had good couple weeks. The usual stuff at work.
Hmm.
Redeployed at my full time gig, which I'm really enjoying and having some fun.
Hmm.
I'm my fitness center is connected to and owned by a hospital system, so there's a lot of redeployment going on. So like every Monday and Friday, 6 or 7 a.m. to 1, I take temperatures and I give out hand sanitizer at the front desk. I am the welcome wagon.
I, I
and
love it.
and I always said if I ever went into uh, like at a restaurant job, I wanted to be the host. That's what I wanted to do. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know why I wanted to host, and this is kind of like me getting to be a host, so it's kind of fun.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, but all is pretty good in the world of crazy Florida. I know we're getting ramped up. You guys, I tweeted out and posted Joni Patri, who is the Vedic astrologer. She is this gorgeous, big hair, Texan, red lips. I adore her, and
Oh,
she is serious about her Vedic astrology. She is. I love it because you look at it and you go, no, this woman got no clue what Vedic astrology is about. But let me tell you what, I believe like all the big timers look to her, and I
mhm.
get that because people look at me and think I'm a Republican police officer who's a deacon in his church, and I'm so not that.
Nah,
I read
nah.
tarot cards and talk to animals, but she was talking about how the stars and the astrology is saying like seriously, like there may not be an election, and from election day to inauguration day there could be some huge changes. She brought the reference back that the last time this planet was in this place was in 61 when Kennedy got in and he did not finish his term. So
Mm,
the what she was saying was like wow, and she was like she just tells it like it is. She's not either side. She just says, "Here's what I
right.
see," because she actually was one of the few who said Trump was going to be elected. So it was very interesting, and I think she probably caught a lot of flack for that. But I think
Yeah.
she saw that what there's was stuff within the stars that were shifting
Yep.
and changing. So
Yep.
anyway, so yeah, so check her out, Joni Patry. She's got a great welcome to my YouTube channel. My name's Joni Patry. I just love her. She is so sweet. So anyway, but yeah. So anything else going on in your life
Not much. I actually had an angel reading done. That was pretty awesome.
for you?
Um, for me, yes, her name is Tani, and I think she's in LA. A friend of mine referred her to me. And it was a great reading. And at the end of it, she basically said that my angels are saying that I am on my right path and that I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. And how long it took me to get here, I had to learn a lot of things along the way. And she really confirmed some things that I felt about a past life. And
Oh,
she was like,
cool.
that's exactly, what the issue was and where you are now. And so now I'm like, okay, I feel like, yes, I've never felt more confident in doing in what I'm doing than I do right now.
Oh,
You know.
beautiful.
So that was eye opening and it was awesome. So yeah.
Yay. Hey,
Hey everybody,
Judy.
joining.
So, all right. So we are going to do some readings because I know V, you probably got your thing going on the
You,
hour, right?
you.
Yep. Okay, cool. So, you guys, we're going to do some readings. I'm going to be reading with the Housewives Tarot. V's doing Simplicity Tarot.
Yes.
And here's how this works. So if you had a reading from us last 2 weeks ago, please don't raise your hand today. If you had one like 4 weeks ago, then wait for a few people to see how it's going before you raise your hand, because we like to get to new people who've never gotten a reading from us. And what you do, now listen closely, the first 8 people to type the word me, M-E, like me, pick me. You got to type the word me, so I know you're listening, and that gives us permission to read you. So go ahead and
Hmm.
type in the word me, M-E, and we will get to making a list of who gets to get read tonight. We'll each pull a single card. We're going to go up to 8 people, be done by 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now,
Yeah.
if you don't get on our list, or you're watching this in the archive, just pick a number between 1 and 8. Just say it in your head. You don't have to say it out loud, and then you piggyback on their reading. So looks like Anita, then Brian. Oh
Yep.
my
And then
God,
Susan,
Anita Bryan.
Nita, Brian, Susan, Judy, Anne, Ken, Tracy. How many do we have so far?
Tracy was number 7, so Sylvia is number 8. We're done.
There we go.
Tracy, you're number 7, unless you want to switch with Sylvia.
It was meant to be, she says.
Yes. So I'm going to pick number 2 with Brian. So that's going to be my piggyback ride. V, what you going to piggyback on?
I'm going to go number 3 today.
Number 3?
Yep.
With Susan. So if you did not get on the list, and here's the list. So number 1 is going to be Anita. Number 2, Brian. Then Susan, number 3. Judy, number 4. Anne, number 5. Ken, number 6. Tracy, number 7. Sylvia, number 8. And it is Sylvia, right? Yeah, it is Sylvia. So Tracy's like, I want to trade. Well, Tracy, we're gonna force you to take number 7. I feel in my gut number 7 is for you today. I feel it. So
Yes.
if you did not get on the list, then you just pick a number between 1 and 8 and piggyback on. If you're watching in the archive, just right now say, okay, I'm going to pick number whatever, 1 through 8. And then when we get to that, you piggyback on that and let us know. If you piggyback, let us know if the reading made some sense for you as well. So Anita, go ahead and get your question ready. Type it in and hit enter. Brian, don't hit enter yet, but type your question in. But don't hit enter yet. Just you're on deck. I'm using sports terminology, so don't don't freak out, people. And then Susan, you can get ready too. I know. And anytime I use sports references and stuff, I usually just freak out in my head because I'm like, I think I'm saying it right. Growing up, when someone would say a name that I didn't recognize, and usually a male name, I'd say, now that's either a politician or a sports person. Now I pretty much just say sports person because I know more about politics than I ever wanted to learn. Thank you, 45. That's one of the few things I can say thank you about.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So Anita, type in your question, and then Brian, get ready. So by the way, you can see our .coms below, our pictures, our faces. V is redlightreadings.com. MitchellOsborn.com is me. We both do readings. I do YouTube readings where I send you back the spread in a YouTube video. You don't even have to be present. V, what you got going on special while we wait for Anita to type her question in?
Right now, my biggest thing is the Cosmic Politan. So if anybody is interested in having their birth chart read, I do that with an overlay of tarot. It's quite a deep dive. People are finding a lot about themselves, which is helping them in this moment to kind of make the decision they need to make and understand that, it is what it is, and how can we work with your weaknesses to make them strengths. So,
hey, yeah. Mark, gorgeous. So we may have lost Anita. So Brian, go ahead and hit enter. We'll do you next. So we're going to jump to number 2 because I don't see Anita's question yet. We'll come back to Anita if she pops up. So okay. Brian, hit enter, and Susan, get ready. Susan, get yours ready. So we'll see who gets there first. Hey, Bart. My kitty cat Bart just popped up.
Hi, Bart.
Hey, Heather. Woohoo. Yes, Heather, I know who you are. It's good to see you.
Hey, Heather.
So, all right, so there's Brian. Let me bring his question up, which I love. Going to add to the broadcast. Let me expand that a little bit. So Brian's question is, outcome of important meeting tomorrow. Now, I love this kind of a question because it's so cloak and dagger. So, V, you want to go first or second?
I'll go first.
Okay, cool. So everybody, this is number 2. So if you chose, like I chose, to ride along, piggyback along on number 2. So this reading will be from me, but mainly for Brian.
All right, Brian. All right, so I have death in reverse. All right, so everybody knows from me, reverse cards are always internal energies. So with this death in reverse, I feel like the outcome of this meeting is going to signify some groundbreaking change within you. Okay, I feel like you will walk away from this meeting and moving into this space of transition. Okay, once again, this is an internal feeling, so not necessarily external, but I feel like some things will shift in you that will allow you to move into this space of something new, some sense of rebirth within self. Okay.
All right, and for me, Brian, I pulled the Knight of Pentacles. I like this. For me, this tells me, this card tells me slow and steady. And this is business because this is Pentacle stuff. So I really feel like it's going to be a nice, slow, steady climb. I love the imagery of the guy in the suit and tie mowing what looks like pentacles laid out on the lawn. So I like this almost inappropriate feel. Like the guy in the suit, but he's out mowing. So it's like it's inappropriate, but boy, it's just nice, slow, steady movement forward. So for anybody who chose number 2, like I did, that is for me. So I'm going to be inappropriate. And I got death reverse. So Brian, I hope that makes a little bit of sense. I'm going to take your question down. Hey, Anita, we jumped ahead of you because it took a little bit of time. So we're going to pull your question up next, Anita. So hang tight. So Brian, and anybody who chose number 2, let me know how that resonated with you. I feel for me both of those resonate, especially the death reverse, because the moment that came up was like, ooh, the transition is on hold. Hold, baby, hold. So let us know how that worked. Okay, good. Here's hoping. We love it. So, all right. So we are going to jump back to number one with Anita. So here is Anita's question. Anita said, would like to know if my sister made the right decision with the attorneys considering my brother's surgery. So, the decision is this.
One more time.
Did the sister make the right decision with the brothers, with the attorney and the brother's surgery? There we go.
All right. Bear with me. These cards are still new. If your sister will make the right decision, I have the moon. And so making this right decision, I feel as though I don't want to say it was quote unquote the wrong decision, but I do feel like there's fear behind making the decision. I feel as though there are some things that she's contending with in her decision making. I don't feel as though it's a very like forceful yes, no, this is what we're going to do. It's kind of trying to find that middle ground where she doesn't really feel sure, but she feels like this is the road that needs to be taken. Okay. Like I said, I do feel as though there are fears about, the decision that she's having to make and how it's affecting, someone else. The moon also talks about, illusions and things of that nature. So there may be something in it for her based on the decision that she makes. So I don't know if it benefits in some way from the decision that she makes, but there's something behind the scenes that's happening in regards to this situation. Okay.
Yeah, I hate I don't like to jump in, but absolutely like, and also like she might be transfixed too much on the outcome and missing what's right in front of her too. So from my card, the Page of Pentacles. So yeah, there's definitely a lot to be learned here, especially regarding money. Money, resources, finances, the body, all that kind of stuff. We're talking about physical stuff. So with the Page of Pentacles, that is definitely about learning. And notice how that kid is like flinging them off the shelf. There is a slight immaturity here, so I would say be very conscious about reacting, knee jerk reacting, and I'll be blunt here because I'm feeling it, knee jerk reacting in like a childish way or an immature way. But
Yep.
lots to be learned. But I think we're losing focus of what's real here. So that was number one, if anybody chose number one as well. So thank you, Anita. And then Susan, hit your question. Go ahead and hit enter. Anita and anybody who chose number one, let us know if that resonated with you. And we'll move on to number three for Susan and V. Three for V and Susan.
3 for me.
You're welcome, Anita.
Welcome, Anita.
All right, Susan, I'm adding your question to the broadcast. So Susan says, am I on the right path with starting my own intuitive business right now? I love it.
Beautiful question. All right, let's see.
And Susan, with your permission, I'm going to let V answer that question straight up. And then Spirit's telling me to answer it. What's the best thing you can do to start this business off on the right path? I don't know why. And if you don't want me to do that, you can say stop.
So I have the Fool here in reverse. And so reverse, once again, internal energies. So I want to say, yes, you're starting on the right path. It's like first you have to kind of, convince yourself to take this leap of faith. It's all about new beginnings. It's all about innocence. It's all about, trying something different than you may have done in the past. Following your intuition, with this Fool card here. The Fool is related to, Aquarius and Uranus, and just kind of being rebellious in a way, doing things your own way. But I feel like first you have to kind of swallow that and feel it within yourself before it shows up externally, and having that sense of confidence. So believe in what you're doing, really feel it, knowing that it's okay to go against the grain if you feel that way, following your intuition, and then putting those footsteps, one foot in front of the other, in real time, in the real world, and you'll get to where you're going. So I definitely say, yes, you're on the right path.
All right. And then, Susan, from me, I got judgment. Oh, I love it. Look at this card. This is like this woman who's a wrapped up pork loin standing on the scale. So I would say for me, hardly ever do I say judgment is about judgment, but release the judgment you have, the criticizing of yourself. And what that
Mhm.
boils down to is free yourself from the things that have been holding you back, especially in the past. Be conscious that they don't creep back up. So think about back, 1 month, 6 month, a year, 2, 5, 10 years, why you may not have started this anytime sooner, or why you might have hesitated, and just really come to grips with that, kind of make love to that. Because basically what I want you to do is like embrace it, realize it's part of you and it's there for
Mhm.
a reason, because I don't want those things to get in your way of taking that next big step. But I really feel very, very good about this. Yeah, I feel like I just randomly pulled Knight of Wands. I feel like you're going to have a lot of work and do a lot of good. Nine of Wands is a nice, cool card for starting intuitive business. So that was number 3. And for V, oh my gosh, this is so funny. I'm just realizing.
Yes, exactly. But the funny thing is, when you said the pork loin on the scale, I was like, yeah, that was me this morning weighing in. So,
Oh my gosh, too funny. Ooh,
so no,
so that was
makes it.
number 3. And for V, for Susan, anybody else, let us know if that resonated. Judy. Judy is number 4. Judy, hit enter on your question. And after Judy will be Anne. So Anne, you're on deck, but don't hit enter yet. Going to number 4 next. You guys, it's so funny. Like I can hear the thunder rumbling right outside my window here in my office. I can hear the rain falling on the ground in the puddle.
Oh,
It's so nice. There's a cat next to me sleeping. There's
oh,
sage. There's sage burning back here.
you are living the life over there, sir.
I'm gonna have a cup of coffee and some gluten-free muffins when I'm done. All right, so Judy.
I
All
love
right,
it.
Judy, your question is: my husband died in January, and I'm going to move nearer to my daughter. Will this move go smoothly? I'm a nervous wreck. All right, first of all, condolences, Judy. Sending you a beautiful virtual hug for all of that. And
Mhm.
let's see how this will go.
All right. The Wheel of Fortune comes up. So this is definitely a yes card. This is about cycles of change that are happening, but also about expansion and growth. And after the loss of someone that loved and cared about so long, it is saying that the cycle is continuous, is going to move, it's going to change. So when we're talking about moving closer to your daughter, I think that this move will go smoothly, and then the relationship between you and her will hit a new cycle of change, of growth and expansion. So to answer, will it go smoothly? Yes. Release control and allow it to happen. Okay. Take your hands off of it. Try to take your nervousness off of it and just allow it to kind of flow on its own. And I think you'll be fine.
So, Judy, I hope you don't mind this, but I'm not going to pull a card, but I'm going to say that I feel like I have a little message for you. And that is that husband said, we talked about this. This was part of the plan. So you'll have to let me know if you actually had a conversation about this, but I feel like you know this is the right thing to do. You know it's going to go smoothly. Um, and anytime you worry about something, that is actually a prayer for the very thing you don't want. But I really feel like husband is even done some work on behind the scenes. He's showing me
Mhm.
something interesting. He's showing me like smoothing out the top of a cake. So for me, he's literally smoothing out. So I don't know if there was some stuff going on between you and your daughter, or maybe like a daughter's significant other, because I'm
Mhm.
feeling that. But I feel like he's smoothing things out, and I feel like I keep seeing a smooth landing, and I really feel like everything's going to go very well. So I hope you don't mind me, doing a little drive-by mediumship, but I felt very strongly that it was coming through. So So let us know how that resonates with you. And that was number 4. If anybody else jumped on, piggyback with that one. So thank you, Judy, for sharing and being open with us. This is definitely a safe place here. And Jamie Watson Wolf, hello to you.
Hello, hello.
So that was number 4 for Judy. Anybody chose number 4? Anne, go ahead and hit your question, hit enter. And then Ken, you'll be on deck. Get your question ready to go, but don't hit enter yet. Ooh, it is a good night.
Mm-hmm.
I said it is a good night.
Mm-hmm. Wow, yes.
Beautiful. Well, there's a beautiful message that come through. So I'm glad you could take that. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So Anne's question, let me pull that up. Anne says, have I been seeing orbs this past week? Not sure what this means. Or have you been drinking too much? Either way, it's good.
And I just want to, go ahead.
I'm sorry, but I think, Anne, do you have a raccoon next to you in your face? I love it.
It's a trash panda.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
No, that's what I call raccoons, trash pandas.
Thank you, Sheila.
All right. So I did pull a card, but I was going to say orbs for me are definitely spirit walkers, I like to say. They show up in pictures. Sometimes we actually see them. And for me, it's just, like I said, they're just spirit walkers. They're reminders. They're actual energies of those that have passed on. That is my belief of what orbs are. So asking what it means, I have justice in reverse. I'm pulling like all majors tonight.
Wow.
So justice in reverse here, talking about balance and fairness. So I don't know if there is a loved one that you communicate with or you feel very strongly around you that is coming to this space to help you kind of sort yourself or balance yourself, or someone that used to remind you to take it easy, to take a load off, to balance your load, so to speak. But these messages are for you to figure out what your share of the responsibility is, delegate what isn't, and just to kind of lighten your load, to ease things up, to make things equal, balanced, and fair. It has nothing to do necessarily with, well, it's a reverse. So it's a lot of internal energy. Where do you feel off balance? Recognizing that and then making adjustments accordingly. And the orbs are just reminders of people maybe that have passed on, or just your spirit guides that are saying, hey, you got to take care of you before you take care of everybody else.
All right. And Anne, your card from me is the Queen of Cups. So you said not sure what it means. I really feel like it's like this motherly grandmother, somebody's energy that's gone on. Queen of Cups is often Cancer from the zodiac. So if there might be somebody that passed on, their sign was Cancer. Definitely feels like that. Now here's the cool thing, and I'm jokingly like thinking, oh my God, I made the mistake of opening up the mediumship door, because
here they come.
Yeah, because Anne, I also saw a huge reference to Wizard of Oz. And not because like Glinda comes down in like that giant orb, but the message was very clear that you have always had the ability within you. You have the ability to do whatever it is. Dorothy had to go on the journey to find out that she already had the ability to go home within her. So there's a huge, like I said, reference to Wizard of Oz there, and having all that you need within you, very much like the magician. I always say the magician has everything he needs to create his path in his life. He is the ultimate alchemist, and I feel like that's where you are right now. So, Anne, and anybody who chose number 5, let us know if that resonated with you. And Sheila, we've already chosen the 8 people for tonight. Definitely get here early in 2 weeks and you can get on the list. But Sheila, you can choose the number 6, 7, or 8 and piggyback on one of the readings that we're about to give. So, Anne, let us know if that made some sense. Ken, go ahead and hit enter on your question. Oh, we have 567 hearts. What's up? Thank you for the love, people. 71.
Thank you for the love. Susan. Oh, spot on. Beautiful. Great. Thank you, Susan.
She said she loves the pork loin card. So there's Susan. Thank you. You're welcome. I love the pork loin. Yeah, it was a good one. All right. So Ken, hit enter if you're still out there. There we go. All right. So let me pull up Ken. Mark Gorgeous is picking number 8. So Ken said, is this the right time for my new venture into tarot as a business? Yay. Sorry to have a repeat type of question. Absolutely. Don't worry about it, buddy. All right. And Ken, I hope to see you a week from tonight on the Orlando Tarot Tribe meetup that I'm doing in a Facebook rooms. I'm going to try rooms. So, all right. Huh? Have you done rooms yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
All right. Is now the right time? I have the 9 of Cups in reverse. So I feel like this is the right time. I feel like you are finally in this space of feeling accomplished in where you are, your skills, your lessons, your intuition. And so now it's time to turn that outward. You know, I feel like I always like to say this is like the wish come true, the sitting pretty card. So I feel like you're in the right emotional mindset, so to speak, to really make this energy, turn it upright and put it out into the world. So I would definitely say that now is a good time to venture into tarot business. Rock it.
All right. And I just have the oh my gosh, the carousel of progress from Disney. Now is the time. Now is the best time. Now is the best time of your life. I have that going through my head. So for me, 9 of Wands, absolutely. This came up. Didn't this come up on the business question too? Lots and lots of work. Yes. Look at, I love this card, climbing the ladder. She's got the bucket. The bucket is like different from everything else. I love this. And ultimately, she's really got a beautiful smile on her face. So for me, yes, there's lots of work to be had for you. So is now the right time? Yes, because number 9 is the ending. It's a number of perfection. Its next number is back to 1. So it's perfect time to start. It's like you've done the work behind the scenes. You've painted, you've climbed the ladder, you've done what you need to do. Now open the door, put the sign that says open, business is going on. So beautiful. Thank you, Ken. Hope that made some sense. And anybody who chose number 6.
Yes.
So, Anne, I'm going to post that. Anne said, wow, love it. It made a lot of sense. Thank you. So glad it made some sense, Anne. All right. Tracy is taking number 7 like a champ. Judy's moving to Orlando. Woohoo! That's where I am, Judy.
Woohoo!
Welcome to I don't want to scare you, but welcome to the hotbed of COVID.
Oh, geez.
It's not actually. Orlando's doing pretty well. It's Southern Florida. Sorry, Miami, West Palm, all that stuff. So, all right, Tracy, hit your question. Ken, you are welcome. Hope all goes well, and I look forward to hearing about it because you're close to me as well. You're just a couple miles away. So Tracy says, let me pull her question up. Tracy says, job opportunity, yay or nay? I love it.
All right, job opportunity.
Yay, Mark Gorgeous. Yes, I'm a Central Florida native Floridian. There are not many of us out here. My dad was born there too.
So I have the moon again. So job opportunity, yay or nay. This is the moon in reverse. So I'm feeling like it's like intuitively you already know that it's a nay. I feel like you already kind of have idea or feeling about what this job opportunity entails, so to speak. Or if you're waiting to see if a job opportunity is coming, I just feel like there's a lot of doubt. But it's like you already know. You already have it in your gut what you're feeling about this opportunity. Okay. How you can possibly, shift the gears of it is to speak up about it, change your mental perspective for internally and say, I want this job opportunity, or a job opportunity is being opened to me. But as it stands right now, it feels like you're very doubtful, and there's some fear that is keeping you from being or standing in the belief that it is a positive thing. Okay.
and more moon energy with the chariot, because chariot is Cancer from the zodiac, which I believe it's ruled by the moon. So
Mm-hmm.
job opportunity, yay or nay? And again, I'm going to be honest with you. I probably would have said yay, but because of this deck, when we zoom in, risk, gain. I can't tell what the final word over here is, but I think this is like the edge of tarot. But I think there's some risk there, and I don't know that you're willing to take that risk just yet. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like, and Spirit just said there's a little bit more quote unquote healing of your heart that you need to do. So I don't know if maybe this is the risk is a little bit too much, and maybe you're kind of pulling back from that just a little bit. But if I would say with the chariot energy, what you can do to bring it to a nay or to find the best thing is really trust your gut, because you got two cards that have moon energy. So
Yep.
that is intuition, that is emotion, that is deep down inside of you what you know to be true. So yeah, so a lot of that moon energy going on right there. So that was number 7 for Tracy. And let me just pull up Joanne. Joanna said she piggybacked on number 3. Not only did the cards highly resonate with you on multiple unexpected levels, but even her question was similar to mine. I love it. Blown away. Yay, Joanne.
Yay.
Is it Jonah? Is it Jonah? Oh, Jonah. J-O or Jonna. John? I'm gonna go with Jonna. Jonna.
John.
Yes, I'm gonna go Jonna. Hopefully I'm right, because I'm very particular about that. So Tracy said you guys are spot on. I already know. I love it. Yay. Sometimes it just
I
takes a
love
little
it.
confirmation.
Yep.
Yeah, Judy, you're in Tarpon Springs. You're about an hour and a half away. So, yay! One day we'll have to get together. When I get my meetups going again in person, you'll definitely have to come over for a tarot meetup. Right now, the Orlando Tarot Tribe is online. So, a week from tonight, we'll be back online. All right. So, the last one of the evening, Sylvia, are you still out there? And this is number 8. And we had a couple
Mm-hmm.
people earlier that were going to piggyback on number 8. So if you're piggyback on number 8, this question and answer is going to be for you. And Sylvia, hit your question if you haven't already. Sometimes it takes 30, 40 seconds for us to see. Oh, Sylvia's got a long question. All right. So many spinning plates in my life as a solo self-employed woman who is caring for my aging mother. I sometimes become overwhelmed, as one would imagine. Please share insight that I'm making wise decisions and taking correct action. Thank you for this gift. I am grateful. You are welcome, Sylvia. So let's see what we got here.
All right. So the Four of Wands in reverse here. Um, it feels as though, and this is always the card for me. Fours are always about stability, always about, a sense of creating structure. And Wands is talking about your energy. The fours can also stand for resting. And I feel as though you do become overwhelmed and you have a lot of things on your plate. But this is saying that it's time for you to rest your energy as well. I feel like the decisions that you're making are good ones, but I feel that you doubt yourself because your energy is just expended. I feel like you're exhausted, and there's a need for you to rest your energy and also to kind of in some ways celebrate yourself for the decisions that you have made that have proven to be positive, that have gotten you a good outcome. But it really does talk about you being able to rest your energy so that you can continue to make good decisions, so that you can continue to have energy to handle all the spinning plates that are going on in your life. Okay. So the firm answer is Spirit is saying, yes, you're doing a great job, but with everything going on, you just have to remind yourself that you are human. You need to rest and celebrate all of the things that you've made happen thus far. Okay.
All right. And from me, are you making wise decision, taking correct action? The card from mine is ta-da, the
Mm.
10 of Wands. Okay, so it's not spinning plates, but can you
Mm-hmm.
look? Can you look at all those brooms and mops and everything? Again, this card, I literally call this card the CrossFit card, because it's like you are worn out, you are tired.
Yeah.
Um, and I'm going to tap into Spirit only because this card is really just echoing where you are. And Spirit saying, Are you making wise decision and taking correct action? And Spirit is saying, yes, you are. But Spirit is also saying you need to spend a little bit of time on yourself. I'm hearing, and I know you're taking care of your mom, but I'm hearing about you. If mama, meaning you, if mama ain't doing good, mama can't help nobody else. So I'm sure you've heard the old saying, when the airplane's going down, put the oxygen mask on yourself first so you can take care of everybody else. This
Yep.
doesn't mean manis and petties on the weekends, but at least it means taking an hour out for lunch, or coffee,
Mhm.
or make sure you're getting your exercise in, make sure you're, going to the bathroom. Some people,
Yeah.
they hold it so long. So take
Mhm.
care of yourself. And then that way, I think you're going to feel a little bit more energized and better to do. And Sylvia, I wouldn't be surprised if you're an air sign like a Libra, or maybe Aquarius, because I'm feeling like you do really well with a lot of work without having to be too grounded. But again, self care. Yes, Jamie Watson Wolf just said it. Self care, absolutely. So yeah, I'm feeling that. So make sure you do the self care part, because then I think you'll feel much better about all you're doing for yourself, for other people, and for your mom and stuff like that. So all right, thank you, Sylvia. Let us know how that resonated. Anybody else that chose number 8, let us
Yes.
know. So Jamie Watson Wolf said, Mitchell, do you go to Casadega? Yes, I do. Casadega is about 30 minutes outside of Orlando, a little north. It was basically where like the Lilydale Psychic and Mediums would have their summer homes. So it's an
Ooh.
entire town of spiritualists and psychics and mediums. It's a beautiful, peaceful town with some little rolling hills. There are not many in Orlando. Old homes. Several bookstores. The spiritualist bookstore is huge, huge bookstore. But it's a really cool place. The hotel is extremely haunted. If you stay in the hotel, they pretty much give you the key and they say, okay, after 9 o'clock, we won't be back till 6 in the morning. So have a good night. No, they don't, nobody stays there overnight. It's because it's just small and they don't make a ton of money. But yeah, it's
Oh.
fascinating. So Sylvia said, thank you, spot on. Sheila, Sylvia, Aquarius rising. Okay, there's the air there. And that's what you're leading with. I love it. Plus you're the humanitarian ready to take care of the world.
Yep.
And Sheila said, thank you, piggybacked on this card, I kicked keep in the assets. I always out myself last. Angel Blessing said, yes, okay, good. Take care of yourself. So let's see what else we got. Oh my gosh, Sylvia, you're a spiritualist minister at Lilydale. Oh, cool. So have you heard of Casadega? I'm pretty sure it's where they would vacation, because I knew there was some connection or it's where a lot of them just moved down to when they got tired. Yes, the hotel is amazing. Okay, V, one day when you come to Orlando, me and you, we're going to go stay the night there. We're going to live stream all night. We're going to do readings we'll share a room together. We're going to have to ask our husbands if we can go. They'll probably both be like, yeah, please go.
Yeah, just tell us about it when we get back, please.
or we'll do a me and you one time, and then we'll plan later and let everybody else book their own. And I don't know if we're allowed to do it, but we'll have like our own little party there.
Oh, dope.
That's
I'm
the
just
one.
sitting here. I gotta share a room because I'm not gonna sleep by myself in my own room in a haunted hotel. It's not happening.
That's the one place I would go and do a seance. I've never done a seance before. I would go there and do it.
The one hotel that I have stayed in that I love is Bourbon Orleans in New Orleans. That is super haunted.
Oh, cool.
When I go to Festa, when I go to New Orleans, that is where I stay, and it's haunted and it's awesome sauce. So that one I can do.
That's where in September, Fabian and I are going to just get in the car and start driving. But New Orleans is our final destination. We're going to go up the coast of Florida and stop wherever we want to, wherever we feel comfortable, hit New Orleans, and then somehow come home. Who knows?
Nice.
So, all right. Yeah. Sheila said, kick me in the assets. We knew what you mean. All right, Heather, I just love sitting and listening to you both. Thank you. Thank you. Like Justice, that one always trips me up. Yeah. Oh, yay. Margot just said she'll be there.
Troy, you're so silly. I love it.
Oh, Troy said family trip in the haunted house. All right. Okay. Woo, we will definitely do that. That would be fun. We have to plan this now. We're going to have to plan this now. Yoo-hoo. All right, you guys. Well, it's 10 till 8 my time, Eastern Standard Time, and V's got to get going pretty soon. So any other final questions for us, you guys? Not readings, but just, stuff going on. Hopefully the readings we did for you connected and helped. Okay, so Tracy, here's the thing about Andrea. I met her at Through the Veil in Georgia, and she literally was like, "Who are you? What's going on, gorgeous?" She was so funny. We instantly connected. We've chatted on Facebook. Yeah, she is in Winter Garden. And if you don't know who Andrea Perrone is, she is the eldest daughter of the Conjuring books and the movies. So she lived through that. And she said, I have one of her books and I didn't get through it and I loved the movie. But she said they could not make the movie what really happened because people would have run from the theater screaming because what actually went on. So yeah, so she's a theater woman. I mean, we had so much in common. I just adore her. I love her energy. So well spoken. I've been on her radio show with I think his name was George. He's over on the coast here too. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful soul. She is such a psychic and medium. I don't think she leads with that though.
Wow, that's what is it? Warren. Their last name was Warren.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, I can't get the first names right now.
Yeah, that's who came in to the Perrone house. So she was the daughter. There were 5
Oh, the
girls.
original.
Yeah, she was 5 girls, and the Warrens came into the house.
Oh, that's right. Okay, got it, got it, got it.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
And have a good night. Judy said she'll share a room with you.
Yay!
Sylvia, you're welcome. Well, you guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us. And like we talked about a little bit earlier, V, tell them what you got going on, what you do, your thing.
All right, you guys can catch me at redlightreadings.com. I do what are called sea breezes, which are virtual readings, 30 and 60-minute increments. We talk about whatever it is that you want to get off your chest and you need clarity about. If you're looking for a birth chart reading, those are called my Cosmic Politan. They're about an hour and a half long. They are in depth. It's kind of like an IEP for yourself to figure out what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are, and how to strengthen your weaknesses. Let's see. I am in the process of creating some new services, so those will be underway as well. If anybody here reads Lenormand, I will be presenting this weekend through WDA, the World Divination Association. I am using practice and play using celebrity rag mags with Lenormand. So a little investigating using Lenormand. I'm trying to think of anything else beyond that. No, I think that's it for me right now.
So it was Ed and Lorraine Warren. Ken brought it up. Thank you. Yeah. Susan, thanks so much for hanging with us. Glad you enjoyed it. And you guys, I just posted my my gratuity button on PayPal if you want to drop us just a little something for doing what we do. No pressure whatsoever. We just have both learned to put the tip jar out there to make it available because some people really do want to support and help, and that's cool if you do. But you can find me at MitchellOsborn.com. I'm booked about 2 to 3 weeks out for virtual sessions. I'm a psychic and medium. I do read tarot cards, Lenormand cards. I do animal communication, so I talk to animals alive and crossed over. And then also mindfulness transformation coach using hypnotherapy, EFT, EMT, NLP, all that good stuff. But if you want to get just a tarot spread from me, go to my website and the tarot store. Over 50 spreads. Pick whichever spread works best for you. You pay for it. And then I send you back a YouTube video that's unlisted, only you can see with that spread. Most of the videos end up being 5 to 12 minutes, depending on what spread you buy. New Moon coming up next Tuesday night. It's a great spread. Check that out as well. And every Sunday night, I alternate between mindfulness live event and a animal communication event. You can find that on my other Facebook page, which is kind of like my business page. This is like my personal page. But yeah, so and I think V and I are both pretty much social media whores, so you can find us almost anywhere.
Yeah. 100%.
We'll sleep on any post. That didn't sound good. Anyway, so all right, it is that time. I will say, may the beautiful, powerful, wonderful, awesome sexiness in me see and recognize the beautiful, powerful, wonderful, awesome sexiness in you. Namaste, safe and healthy.
And I say namaste.
All right, bye, you guys.
So much.